Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right, this is going to be a follow-up reading on the Nathan Wade, Fani Willis relationship in the court case in Judge McAfee's court. Specifically, Terrance Bradley, who was the law partner in Nathan Wade's law firm that was fired for harassing a coworker, a female coworker there. Also represented Nathan Wade in his divorce, and had information about Fani Willis and Nathan Wade's dating that he could not reveal in court because of attorney-client privilege. Judge McAfee met with Wade to determine if indeed what Wade knew was covered by attorney-client privilege, and did rule that that Terrance Bradley could come back to court to discuss it further. He did say, though, that he's in a hurry to sort of get this completed because, or as he put it, a short window to make this appearance happen, given that Bradley has a medical emergency and they're expecting the clients and their attorneys to meet, and they may appear virtually via Zoom in order to meet this short window. As a background, Bradley was the star witness for the defense attorneys looking to disqualify Willis from this case. So when I threw on this last, I thought I saw Fani Willis and Nathan Wade staying on the case, but I do recall that I had the Page of Pentacles coming up, that after Judge McAfee talked with Terrance Bradley, that he would have him come back with more information. I didn't think it was going to be much. We'll see if I'm right or wrong on that. And that video did make it to the conservative side of YouTube and blew up. And it's funny. Just want to throw this out there, y'all. So both sides feel like Judge McAfee is corrupt and can't possibly get a fair trial for him, but for different reasons with different results. The folks on the left feel like they can't get a fair trial because Judge McAfee is a conservative judge who's a member of the Federalist Society, so there's no possible way he could rule favorably to Fani Willis. The folks on the right feel that because Judge McAfee worked in Fani Willis's office for some short period of time and donated $150 to her election campaign, that the fix is in and their boy Donald can't get a fair shake. Well, just let the judge be a judge. So far, there's no indication that Judge McAfee is Judge Eileen Cannon. Just saying. Okay? Okay. Entertainment purposes only. Let's look at the energy around the McAfee-Bradley meeting. How did that go? Three of Pentacles. They discussed about the stuff that was behind the scenes. Again, in camera, I don't know how that's pronounced, but just between the judge and the defendant to find out where the attorney-client privilege began and ended. So this is the meeting behind the scenes to discuss it. And the judge being the final assessor of fact of what's going on with this and deciding what can go forward and what cannot. Underneath it all is the Strength card. I don't think he was looking necessarily at the strength of the witness, but trying to tease out what information could be presented and what can't be presented underneath it. In the end of the day, in order for the judge to make a ruling on Fani Willis and Nathan Wade in this case, he needs to know the facts on it. And in some ways, the American people need to know the facts on this too. Because you want everything to be on the up and up, especially when it comes to a RICO case of the former U.S. president. In the past, we had the Ten of Swords. This would be, his testimony, well, he was going to be the star witness, so he was going to bring Fani Willis down. But then his testimony was pretty much dead on arrival because there was this concern of attorney-client privilege. So let's see if we're really there. And it looks like there is stuff that he can testify on. Current situation is the Ace of Cups. In my previous reading, I mentioned that the vibe I got from Terrance Bradley is that he is a very passionate person who, I think I got the Three of Swords. There was like a betrayal there. And he's like the type of person like, you effed me over, I'm going to F you over type of thing. And I think he's probably still really upset about how things happened and how he got treated. This could be the termination with the law firm that Nathan Wade is at. But you have to separate your emotions with facts, and that's what the judge was looking for. You know, what is attorney-client privilege and what isn't. Overarching energy is the Chariot. Slow process, asking lots of questions, getting the information, and evaluating the information that was presented. The lesson to be learned is the Death card. Regardless of him being fired or not, and representing Nathan Wade as an attorney at the end of his marriage, there is information between the lines that can be brought forward. Again, the impression I get, it's going to be very narrow in scope of stuff that he can talk about. I don't think this is the end of Fani Willis or anything along those lines. It's just, it's like this interview process was brought to a conclusion. Outcome, that's interesting. Outcome is the Ten of Cups, the happy family. This could be, you can discuss some of the things that happened during the divorce. I don't know if he could talk about everything during the divorce, but I think there's information that can be brought forward to be shared with everybody. Everybody needs to hear. Everybody needs to hear this. So, I think the judge is satisfied with the information that he got that could be shared. I think he feels like, okay, you know, I've done my due diligence on this one. I can, in good conscience, bring this guy back. He can talk about these certain things, and we'll go with it from there. Okay, so, question. The stuff that Terrance Bradley is able to talk about, is it going to be narrow in scope or is it going to be wide open? And then we can find out, you know, who it's kind of supporting. Is it narrow in scope and wide open? You know, can you give us some insight on that? I mean, to me, my logic brain kicks in and says, well, if he's testifying and he's supposed to be the defense star witness, then this can't be good for Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. But that's not necessarily the case. It just means he can answer questions that he didn't think he could answer before. And maybe those questions are questions that would benefit Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. It would seem more likely it's going to be the other way around, but we don't know that. That's an assumption. And we will find out. What's the energy around his testimony? Is it going to be a little, a lot? Is it going to be groundbreaking? What's kind of the energy around it? Knight of Cups. He's going to go forward talking about the relationship, maybe with the divorce on this one, but he's going to go forward talking about that relationship. Temperance. Temperance is about purification and slowing things down. And maybe this is like a timeline from changing from one relationship to the next relationship type of thing. There might be a timeline component in here, which I think is all that the defense is trying to show, is that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade's timeline that they testified is different than what this guy understands as the timeline. Underneath it all, it's either illusion, delusion, or it's integrity. I mean, first off, you're questioning somebody's integrity about the relationship that they're in, and such. I mean, underneath it, that's the fundamental. I think what they're going with is the integrity of the relationship, and the testimony about that relationship. He's really struck me as a very vindictive person, and he may have a distorted memory because of his emotions. And again, this is an assumption on my part. because of those emotions, it might be hard for him to remember exact dates or something along those lines. Remembering, though, that if he testifies, he will undergo cross-examination. So he could say that, Fani, Nathan Wade told me that they were dating 2 years before, Fani Willis said that. They have an opportunity to cross-examine that. So if he's not showing integrity, if he's showing bias because of emotions, it's going to come out during cross-examination. In the past, you got the Four of Coins. This is the restriction on what he could say or could not say about the relationship. That's in the past. We're now going forward. Queen of Cups. Is it really going to be, Queen of Cups, it's about the emotional relationships. Is it going to be a bombshell that's going to explode the whole thing? There's not enough there to explode it. I'll be curious to see Fani Willis's reaction to it. Queen of Cups. It's about keeping your emotions in control. And again, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge for him because he strikes me as the type of person who doesn't keep his emotions in control. And that's going to be key for believability on him, is keeping his emotions in control to show integrity. If he blows his top, they're going to look at him and show that he's, emotionally not stable. Look at all these emotion cards, though. Cups, 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 cups. Truth is going to be revealed. By the time he's done talking and cross-examined, it's all going to be out there. I suppose it depends on which side you want to believe, but I think the truth will be out there. People will know who's telling the truth, and people will know who's being false. Lesson to be learned was it was right for the judge to bring this guy behind the scenes to talk, because he was restricting what he could speak about. The judge met with him behind the scenes to talk, and now he can freely discuss so that we can know the truth of what's going on. Outcome is the Four of Swords. There's going to be like a retraction or a silence. Again, if this was if Fani Willis wasn't being forthright in her testimony, this could be her stepping away for the case. This could be later on there's going to be an admonishment to her for not being truthful. If after he's done testifying, it could just be that this now goes to the judge, who has to sit back and contemplate everything that he's heard and make his decision, whether it be 4 days or 4 weeks. There's it could be 3 to 4 days, it could be 3 to 4 weeks, or 3 days to a week, something along those lines, for the judge to sit back and look at things. All right, let's take it. I don't want that on the bottom. A step further and say, okay, the truth is going to be revealed. What is going to be the impact to Fani Willis in this case? What's going to be the impact to Fani Willis once Terrance Bradley's testimony has gone through and he has been cross-examined? Again, my first reading on this was that she probably would be removed from the case. My second reading, which I did after she testified, is like, oh man, she changed the energy big time with her testimony. And then with the whole deal with Judge McAfee, a meeting with Terrance Bradley, I saw that looked like more information was coming out. I thought she would be left on the case. It was, and I seem to recall I was struggling trying to find it. That just fell out. 6 of Swords. I think she might be leaving again. Let's see. What's going to happen with Fani Willis as a result of Terrance Bradley's testimony? All right, let's see if that Six of Swords pops up again. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Changes will be happening. Things are shifting. Let's go ahead and do the whole thing. Ace of Swords. New truth. Things coming out. Let's see. There's that Seven of Cups again underneath there. It's about integrity. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. Well, we're going to find out if she was telling the truth and if she has integrity or not, basically. And for the folks out there on the left that are watching this, if she misrepresented when their relationship started, it's probably best that she take a less visible role on this case. Not that I don't think she's credible or anything along those lines, but it's the presentation of integrity. You need your politicians. Well, you need that too with politicians, but you need your DAs and the folks in justice to have integrity, because in order to mete out a judgment, both good and bad, you need to have integrity so that people trust the court system. So again, we're going to find out the truth of what's going on. Whether or not she was honest with her when she and Nathan Wade started dating, that's nothing to get her disbarred or thrown in prison or anything along those lines. It just might be that it gets her off that case. That's about the worst thing that's going to happen. Okay, so it's about integrity. What's in the past? Temperance. That card looks familiar too. It's about the relationships, the changing in relationships, the order that things happened, going from A to B type of thing. Another card that we've seen before, the Strength card. So, information's come out showing strength. Is this the strength to carry? No, she showed strength so that she's carrying on in this case, or is it the strength to step down so that somebody else can take over the case and move forward with it to ensure that people have faith in the judicial system? There it is. Overarching energy is the Six of Swords, the leaving, moving out of troubled waters. Is that because she's shown strength and has shown the truth, or is she being asked to leave? Knight of Pentacles, moving forward with things of value. The lesson to be learned is that you can always move forward with this. What's the outcome? Tower. I think she's going to be asked to be off the case. Sorry if that disappoints you, but that's that's kind of definitive. I think that his testimony comes out and it's going to lead to somebody else being the face or leading this case. If this truly is her, taking the strength to step down so somebody else leads it. Because that testimony could have been, because of integrity's sake, you have to go. I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to be wrong on this one, but that's kind of my call on it right now. I don't think it won't impact the case, because it's not like you need to have Fani Willis there or else the case doesn't stand a chance. Oh, well, we can ask, right? Will the judge totally and utterly dismiss the case, throw away the charges, flush all the guilty pleas down the toilet, and give Donald Trump a golden get-out-of-jail-free card forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, because he's a king and he should be immune to full prosecution? I think that's worthy of a 4-card read, don't you? A little bit sarcastic, sorry. The Emperor. That's going to pack the case. Will he dismiss the case? No, I don't think so. I mean, here, the judge is going to judge. He's going to make his rulings on it. Regardless, there's so much information here. They've got this thing so well wrapped up. It doesn't matter if she's on it or not. In some ways, her staying on it kind of brings controversy to it. So if you remove it and allow her or somebody else to progress the case, things just move forward just fine. This case is not going to be, this case is not going to die if she's not on it. All right, so energy right now appears to be that it looks like she may be asked to step down from this. We'll find out if I'm right on that one or not. Again, I have no problem being wrong on it. I'm just trying to interpret the cards and how things might go with it. Now, again, that Six of Swords with the leaving card, that could be, would it be easier if she leaves or not? But that Tower card could also be the judge rules very quickly and says that the motion to get rid of her is denied. And then it's over with and she's still on the case. So either way, this can happen. But we'll see how it goes. All right. Can I waffle any more on this? All I'm saying is trust the judge, that the judge did the right thing on this case. Trust that the truth will come out and that whatever happens with her was kind of destined to happen with her. And we'll just see where it goes from there. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words and your likes and your shares and everything you do to help build up my channel and feed the YouTube algorithm and occasionally even shove me over to the conservative side of YouTube where I get introduced to all sorts of interesting different theories that I've never heard before that aren't based on fact. Anyways, thanks a lot for supporting my channel. I do appreciate it. For folks just discovering this channel recently or for the first time, welcome. I hope this reading provided some insight and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.